Kamala Harris went from being just one of the 100 U.S. senators to now as vice president presiding over the entire Senate and holding the tie-breaking vote after Democrats won 2 runoff elections in Georgia.
Please raise your right hand.
Ending the Republicans' 6-year grip on control of the U.S. Senate. With the majority, Democrats can get some things done.
What that means is President-elect Biden can have an administration, can appoint cabinet secretaries, can nominate judges, can get legislation passed.
But how much legislation is an open question because of long-standing rules in the U.S. Senate. One of them is called the filibuster. It is a rule designed to allow a minority of senators to prevent a vote on an issue by continuing to debate it. Senate rules require 3/5, 60 senators, to vote to end the debate. That means 10 Republicans need to agree with all 50 Senate Democrats just to hold a vote to get much of President Biden's agenda enacted, which starts with nearly $2 trillion in COVID relief.
During the campaign and since his election, he's said that he believes he can find Republicans to work with. The senators who you would expect most to be willing to compromise, Susan Collins of Maine, Mitt Romney of Utah, have started by saying, we don't think there's anything necessary to do right now. We already did $900 billion. Let's wait.
But there are rules to allow Biden and the Democrats to get around the filibuster. It is called reconciliation, which is an arcane process allowing legislation to bypass the filibuster as long as it deals with budget issues, such as raising or cutting taxes and changing priorities for government spending. Passing a reconciliation bill needs just a simple majority, but it can only be done once per budget cycle. And it will leave out some of President Biden's key goals, such as passing a new Voting Rights Act and immigration reform.
During the campaign, he would say, if I'm elected, I know that there are people who will work with me. And there were people on the left who dismissed this as naive and ridiculous. So I think he has to be careful about that. I think he has to be realistic.
Realistic about what can be accomplished in a divided Senate with an eye on the next election.
Remember that when the filibuster was used over and over in 2009 and 2010, in the next midterm election, Republicans won more seats in the House than they had in 100 years. And then after Obama won re-election, it was used again. And in the midterm that followed, they won back the Senate. So their game plan, that's to obstruct, has worked in the past. And it's likely they're going to try it again.
Biden navigated those rules of the Senate for 36 years. How he plays by them now will test the success of his presidency. Steve Reddish, VOA News, Washington.